What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first live review of a restaurant here on Munching Mania. Today's restaurant is Joe's Italian Restaurant Pizzeria since 1980.
Yum.
Here's a little view of the restaurant. Can't really show much because there's people here, but I'm trying to be respectful. Here's the entrance, the lamps, all sorts of things. I wanted to show you guys something cool here. I got business cards made for the channel. And of course we got my slogan there with the channel name and a little pattern. Really happy with how these came out. And they're relatively cheap too. Also, I want to apologize about any of the noise going on in here. I mean, people are eating, obviously, and there's one of my favorite parts about this restaurant is there is 50s and 60s and 70s music playing at all times, so it kind of gives you like a really nice vibe, a real cozy vibe, sort of an old school vibe too. And with all the wood in here and the decorations, you know, it looks and feels very vintage. And even though this was made in the 80s, it sure feels like a place from the past, like in Goodfellas era or something like that. Also, another thing to say about this restaurant is it hasn't really changed much. Like, I've been coming here since I was 5, and the decorations have mostly stayed the same. And I mean, I think a while ago, this mural came up, and I don't remember when that happened, but that wasn't always there. It used to be just like a plain white brick wall, I believe. But a nice piece. I've got to say that I have a lot of prominent memories here. This brings back a lot of my childhood. This is where we went for family dinners on like the days where my parents were watching my cousins and things like that. I don't know. This is one of the places that I always bring up to people when I talk about my favorite restaurant, just because it really is. Like, you can go through all the list of the restaurants that I've ever reviewed, and this is the place that I always come back to. I don't come here as often because, let's face it, pizza and all that kind of stuff, the desserts, is not too good for you, but once in a while here, it's a fun time. And their pizza can't be beat. I personally think their sauce is fantastic and always has been. They had a little slip up like a couple years ago, but I think they got back on track. And yeah, it's been good. All right, guys. So here's the first dish that I ordered. This is the appetizer sampler. I believe it's like 13 or 14 bucks, but it comes with fried mozzarella. It comes with fried ravioli, some cheese bread, and fries. And some sauces, some marinara, and I think that's ranch. Everything looks pretty good so far. I've been really curious about this. I like ravioli, don't have it too often, and I've never had fried ravioli. Shot on the fries there. Some of the cheese bread. Looks like garlic underneath there. And I've had this before. This is the last time I had this. I thought it was going to be like mozzarella sticks, but no. This is a whole wedge of mozzarella. Like, I think maybe it's a half a wedge, but that is a lot of cheese. All right, so I think first, I'm gonna go with the fried ravioli since I was the most curious about this. I'll tell you what you think as I eat. Well, it's pretty good. Very cheesy. Obviously very fried. The inside, not very much cheese, but good as it is. Yeah, good stuff. And then, let's see, what else? What should I try next? Maybe the toast? Yeah. That is garlic bread under there. Very good. That tastes like the spices that they use in their pizza sauce. So, that's a win for me. Here's a, let me get a non-bitten one. That's what it looks like. It's very crispy. Real nice. And then, let's move to the fries. Ooh, spooky. Okay. Those are very good. Kind of remind me of Arby's curly fries without the curly. Let's try one of these with ranch, I think. Oh yeah, good stuff. Whoops. All right, and I'm assuming that I can use this marinara for one of these bad boys. Oh yeah, that's good. Very strong marinara too. Very classic taste. Good stuff. Got a lot of spices in there, a lot of tang, and I think that's what you look for in a marinara sauce. You want a little bite to it to slice through all the other stuff. And I can't leave you hanging. I know you want to see this, so let me finish my munchies here, and then I'll show you this bad boy. Honestly, I've had a couple more of these, and I really like them. They're nice and like soft, but also hard right here, so it makes for a nice like textural difference. And I know I'm like getting in depth with this, but that's really how it is. They're nice and simple. Okay, now let me show you what the inside of this looks like. The universe is trying to distract me from this. Let's move my Pepsi. Okay, so let's dig in. Yeah, this is just a mozzarella square or triangle that's been fried. So it's exactly what you would expect, a glorified cheese stick. Look at that cheese pull. Oh boy, it just keeps going. Let's see how high I can get it. Oh lordy. All the way up there. All right. Like I said, I've already had this, so I'm not too keen to try it again, but I will for the sake of you guys if I can get this to cooperate with me. I mean, yeah, it's cheese. If you like cheese a lot, you're really going to enjoy that, but since I'm not a huge cheese man, That's not really my thing. All right, let's get this footage in 4K. So, this is what I order every single time I come here. Now, obviously they have a lot of different options. You can get a pizza called the Mob Boss, which has like every meat on their menu, I think, except for like chicken, and I think you can even get shrimp here. I'm not sure, but so I like it simple. I don't like too many toppings because I don't want to taint the taste of the cheese, the taste of the sauce, obviously the taste of the pepperoni and the crust. That's all important together. That's why people eat cheese pizzas, but let me get it close here. And personally, my family thinks that this is the best pizza restaurant too. My cousin Katie would agree, my mom and dad. Anybody who we've taken here has not had a disappointing meal. But yeah, let's figure this out. I'm gonna try to get a slice. Got the cheese pull. That's very important. Look at that. That's real pizza right there. And of course, that cheese is good quality because of the elasticity of it. That's very important. In my opinion, anyways. Obviously, everything else is, but when you see a good cheese pull, you can expect good results. All right, so there's the slice. Dig in. Well, I've never been disappointed here, and I didn't expect to be disappointed today, and I am not disappointed. This is just how I remember it. I haven't had Joe's in a couple months, so I never know what to expect with, you know, new staff or whatever. There used to be a lady that worked here that would always ask me about my Italian accent. And I'm not gonna attempt an Italian accent, but, you know, you can imagine what that sounds like as me being me. All right, so let's describe the flavor of this pizza. Obviously, we know what cheese tastes like. We know what pepperoni tastes like. But the sauce has always been a winner for me here. And that's because they use, I don't really know what spices they use, and I'm not sure of all the ingredients that they use, but the tomatoes taste fresh. The spices are excellently selected, and it's just a fantastic experience. Out of any pizza place that I've been to, they can't seem to get the sauce like this. Like, I have my second and third favorites, but there's just something about this, especially, like, it's good now, but if you've ever eaten a pizza a day after where the flavors get the opportunity to marinate, like, it's so good. And this would probably be good to pair with a nice beer, a pint, whatever you guys like, and or a Coke or Pepsi like mine. Not a sponsor, but yeah, pizza is always good. And honestly, I just had so much anticipation about coming here and doing this right, and being excited about finally getting to do an actual like video review. Yeah, it's been fun so far, and obviously you guys are gonna see more of these, just probably once a week, and then I'll continue to do those other formatted videos, but I know you guys want to see lives. Hope you guys are excited as I am to be doing one of these, well, to be here with me doing one of these. I have a lot of favorite restaurants to show you, and little spots that I'm sure not many people know about, or tons of people know about. Like, I'm in Moreno Valley right now, and I've got places to show you in University Avenue and Riverside and further than that. And I have stuff to show you in Menifee and Murrieta, Temecula, maybe even San Diego, and eventually maybe even in Vegas. But for now, we got to keep it local. All right, so here's dessert. There's a lot. There's not too many options. I was gonna say there's a lot, but there's only a couple options on the menu for dessert. But that's nice because they keep it simple. There's a cannoli. There's Italian-style cheesecake. There is tiramisu cheesecake, which is what I got. And then there's just tiramisu, spumoni ice cream, and 3 different flavors of ice cream and like a hot fudge sundae. I guess you consider that a lot if you're considering ice cream like a more special dessert. But personally, I think that the first 4 or 5 choices kind of mark the end of anything special. But let's see how this is. So, this is what it looks like close up. So, tiramisu is made with espresso, I believe. I don't eat espresso or coffee too much. I am a fan of cheesecake though, and I am a fan of coffee occasionally. So I'm sure that this is going to be good. Let's dig in here. Nice little nook. Ooh, that's very good. I forgot that tiramisu also has like cream in it, so this is gonna have some cream. This is delicious. I don't really want to eat all of this, but I think I don't really know how I feel about dessert that much at this point in my life. Sometimes it's a nice thing to have. And I think I liked it more when I was a kid. Let's do a close-up. Wow, look at that, huh? Lots of complexity to that. I'm just kidding. I don't know if there is, but it looks beautiful. But yeah, it's definitely nice after you have something very salty. It takes away from that. Well, as you can see, really enjoyed that. That was one of the highlights of this meal. I mean, everything was fantastic, but that was definitely something nice, something new, and I will be having that every once in a while when I come back here. All right, you guys. Well, I think that pretty much calls it for the review. Had some pizza, had some appetizers, had some dessert, and well, this place gets 5 munchies out of 5. And I'm sure it's pretty self-explanatory, but all their food is just fantastic. The staff is nice. I mean, just look at the atmosphere of this place. So comfortable and almost feels like a home. And it basically is. I think this place is like building an old house. But yeah, if you guys have ever been here, please let me know. And what your thoughts are. If you have any negatives, please let me know, because I've barely ever had any here. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you really like this video and like my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on channel notifications to be notified every time I post any sort of video. And that's all for me, folks. Make sure you keep your plate full, but save room for dessert. I'm out. Peace.